Hi, sugar. So I think I got a lot of engagement, likes, comment about this cake when I had posted a short about it. So I decided to show you guys what really went on behind the scene of this cake. Actually, so here I am, looking all tired, but then focused because we had to get this cake done. If there is anything I like doing is pay attention to details. But particular day, I don't think I did all the other telling. Yeah. So actually, I it was after this day I really sat down to upload myself, give myself some flowers because it's not actually easy. Okay, so sometimes I take like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours or more on a cake simply because I'm trying to get content out of it. So it's not like my regular when I started and you're just focused on sending out the work. Here right now, you are sending out the work and at the same time you are you're trying to get content out of it. You're the picker, the videographer. You have to set the cameras, check, be conscious that it's still recording. I mean, you don't have all the tools you would want to work with, but then you still have to create content. I really just sat down and gave myself some credit that day because it's really not be easy. So this client reached out to me via her son, who is my friend, and told me, "Hey Hannah, my mom wants to get a birthday cake for my brother, and I recommended you to her." I was really excited. I was like, "Okay, is it some regular cake or is it themed?" And he was like, "No, please, themed." I'm like, "What theme?" Is like a cello themed cake. I'm like, "Okay, I've not had any in my gallery, like I haven't created anything like that." So I went online, got some resources, some pictures, and sent across, and she was like, "You can recreate this for me." And I was like, "Okay, no problem, ma." She made payment and we got to work. Okay, so funny story here. Before I continue my story, I would just really want you guys to hear the review she gave initially before I actually corrected my fault, by the way. Okay, just let's hear this out.
This color has spoiled the whole business. I hate it and I hate it. This color has no relationship with this cake. Why she can't carry this kind of color come join am here together? What was on that color is cream and it is very okay.
You guys see why I pay attention to details so much when I'm making videos, like when I'm making cakes, rather. Like, I'm always so keen on details that, I mean, okay, so this day, my fault, by the way, as I was telling you earlier, this day, my devices went down. That's both my phone and what I was using to film. The words went down, and trying to buy time so that once it's properly powered I could just put everything together and show you the coupling of the cakes behind the scene. At that point I was like, okay, why don't we create the rope right now, since it's something that could stay and we don't have issues. We could just do the rope for the base, take down the sheep, and then create the cellulose hook and all of that. And those were the details I was trying to do behind the scene. And I clearly forgot that what we had on the other cake was cream and not actually brown. So when I sent the picture across, someone was like, "This is beautiful, this is beautiful." I didn't even make reference to my to the model we had before sending this picture. I was so confident that, oh, I've done a great job. At least I thought so. Without even making reference back to the model, I just sent the picture across. The son was like, "This is beautiful." But then she wasn't buying it at all. The person who actually ordered the cake wasn't having it. And to be sincere, since I started baking, I don't think I've ever heard such like blunt words before. When I started baking, my works weren't as smooth as they are now, because at least we are still making progress. When people want to say something, they're always very nice, saying with the best of words. I don't feel horrible, but when this word came, I actually just laughed, first of all, because I knew it was her fault, first of all, and then she had every right to be upset because she told me exactly what she wanted. And for 1 minute when my phone was off, I decided to just do what I thought was the right thing. It didn't go well. So yeah, that's the time for me not to always try to do things outside paying attention to details. So I just really laughed, told the son, give me till I think 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. I have to go to church first, come back, and I'll fix everything that needs to be fixed on the cake. So I go back and we took off the things we were supposed to take off, and then we created the one she loved, and she loved the cake. And I was glad that she appreciated the work at the end of the day, because, and she was a first time client, by the way. First time clients are not ones to actually play around with at all. I was really just excited to really show you that okay, the job was okay. She ordered a cake from us a few days ago, and I was really excited when this one reached out to me. I'm like, my mom wants a cake from you again. I was like, yeah. So the first customer service that was a bit rough didn't affect the relationship with well. So right now I'm just gonna leave you in the tutorial right now. I think we're almost like a lot into it already. I'm sorry, I just had to tell you the story behind this cake because oh my god, I think someone could learn from it. So yeah, back to this cake. If you're a beginner, this is one way you can cover your cake in fondant through the panel it made. I don't know what came over me that I made it too small, but you have to have enough that will go around. So you're going with the height and then the body. So that's what you saw me doing with that measuring tape. I need to know the length of the cake round and then the height of the cake. That will help us determine if our fondant is going to wrap our cake up at the end of the day. And if you see any form of bubbles, please take it out immediately in your fondant before placing that on the body of your cake. I just love details. Okay, so I had to use the smoother to smooth out the body of the fondant here first before laying it on my cake. So yeah, I had measured it, remember, and so I was sure that this is going to go around. Now look at that. I had to be sure I was cutting at the right place and don't make it too short, especially for fondant that are not straight J. This is going on the base, so I need it to be a smooth line. That will help me achieve a smoother work at the end of the day, but it's not very necessary. If you can work with that, no problem. So since I'm going to be covering this part of the cake, I had to flip it. Yeah, I had to check which part was best. So this part was still the best. So you just flip it to the part you're going to cover it with, roll it up like this into a scroll like stuff, and then you're just going to open it up round on the body of the cake until you wrap it all up. So I just kept smoothing here, and then let's join this back together. I think I had done okay. I think we have a detailed video on this way. It's a lot slower for you to understand, but this is just it. If you're creating content for the first time, it's a very easy way to do it, with your sharp edge assured and then smooth body too. So yeah, for your base, you could use a chocolate ganache or you could use buttercream. I use buttercream for this cake, and I didn't allow it to set too much. And I also ensured that my fondant was not too thin, that what is beneath it will not start popping up and all of that. So yeah, let's just smoothing the body of our cake, taking down the excess from the bottom, and then we'll soon go to the top. And gradually we're going to be having our cakes come together into this beautiful piece. Okay, so for the top, I had to put some water to help it stick to the sides. Okay, you could do this before wrapping your cake up. I had forgotten to do that. That's what I had to do at that point to help your very small, okay, by the way. So you don't want it too watery that to run down. Just very little that will help your fondant stick. Now with your smoother and your knife, you just cut this very slowly to make sure you reveal something very close to a sharp edge for you. You can do this inside out or outside in. Right now it's just inside out, whatever way works. So with the two smoothers, I'm just going to stretch, smooth on, push it forward, push it forward, push it forward, push it forward, push it forward. See how attentive I look, guys, but even with all this attention. Oh my god. Okay guys, back to the tutorial. We are done with that story. We're just pushing it, and you see that you still have some excess fondant up there that we're gonna take out with our knife very soon to reveal. Yeah, we're already doing that here. Yeah, to reveal a very smooth finished, sharp edged fondant base for you to create whatever you want to create. So this is just like a canvas. Whatever design you want to throw on this, it works. Look at that. We're almost there. It's looking all pretty together and very sharp edged. So when you are done with these, you just smoothen that out inside out, then by the sides also, like what I'm doing right now to reveal that sharp edged cake that you're looking for. And next, I got this tool to help me with the dimensioning, with the spacing, the accuracy of the spacing and all of that. I'm going to do a different tutorial on how to use this, because I think it was the first time I used this and I had some issues. Like you can see, I'm talking to my friend here who was around and we're trying to see how we could fix it. So I'm going to create a different tutorial on how to use it. By the way, it's quite simple, but first timers, I messed it up in bits, but you got lucky. You don't have to mess that up, because I'm going to show you in the tutorial how to actually use that. So we are rolling our blue that we're going to be using to create the stripe. For the accuracy of it, we are using this to mark it off, since we are using on the body of the cake. And now we're just going to cut this out, cut it out, and then we'll start placing on our body, and then we'll have something very close to a finished job. So my friend here was making me smile. That's why I was able to ease up attention a bit. Normally, if I don't have company, I'm looking all focused, all serious. I'm like, what's going on, girl? What's going on? So yeah, we're trying to see, does this fit into what we had created, the patterns we had created from that to earlier. And since it was okay, let's stick it on right now. Let's stick it on with some water, very little water. I don't want the water too much running at all. Just very little on the fondant beneath, and we is just gonna stick. Don't worry, I didn't have enough blue. Would I say I didn't have enough blue? It wasn't long enough, it wasn't stretchy enough to go around, so I knew that I had to double it somehow and then smoothen it out, level it out to look like it was one, and it came out very well, by the way. Because my client is an Adogu client, like, you don't deserve anything less than luxury. Look how I'm taking all the possible positions to make sure this cake comes out pretty and lovely. Now up next, let's get some sellers hook out right now. So I printed this out, and then I'm going to put it on the body of the fondant. After rolling it out, cut it out to reveal the pattern beneath, and there you have it. Very simple and easy. I know, right? You're welcome. So that's exactly what I did here. I had cut my hook out as a model, place it on my fondant, which has been rolled out, and carefully with my knife cutting it out to reveal my hook under the fondant. Yep, I was really excited at this point because I felt like I had done the bulk of the job, which was covering it and having a smooth finish. But then the detailings on the cake are also as important. So here you have it. So carefully lift this up so you don't end up cutting the fondant or tearing it. Now with one of my nozzles, I'm just gonna cut that way to give you that beautiful look we are all looking for. And there you have it, darlings. So we're doing the same thing for the paddle, and I think we're almost done with this cake at this point. And definitely there'll be a continuation for it, or probably not. I could just make it into one video at once. This is what we're doing with the paddle, and we're just gonna put everything up, and then very soon you have a beautiful cake. Now for this robe, this is how I created it. I had done a different detailed video, by the way, too, on how to make this robe. But if you can see this, it's very simple, very easy to do. Okay, so watch this and tell me if this is okay. If you don't understand it, obviously you have to check the other video out, because there I want to share the do's and don'ts of how to create this robe. I don't like you making the same mistakes I make, okay? By the way, this was the first time me creating a robe too, and so there were some errors that I knew I had to correct. I'm gonna avoid you from doing that. Next is a sheep. You go online on Google and then you type sheep template. It's gonna come out. You print that out, cut it out as a model and as a guide that will help you to cut this out. After rolling out your fondant in whatever color you want to work with, white, brown, red, purple, green, black, whatever it is, I went in with this embosser to give me this wood like effects on the fondant. Then I cut this out, and then we're just gonna make our output from here. Watch this video to this point, you don't know how grateful I am. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you that no matter how long this video is, you've actually watched it to this point. I'm super grateful. And if you're here for the first time, I would like you to like this video, share, tell me what you think in the comment section, subscribe if you haven't done that, turn on your notification bell so you get updated on all our videos. Sure guys, so back to this. You're almost done with our upload. This part is not very necessary, but if you want to make it more detailed like I did here, you can go ahead and just create this on the cake. Meanwhile, I added CMC to this initially at the beginning. I don't know if you know, I noticed that will help this thing to frame up more. Now at this point it was still stuck because I worked on it almost immediately, but after some time it became really hard, and so it gave it structure and pattern. And yeah, girl, here we are. I had put up these behind the scene. Remember, my phone went off, but then I had to secure this part for you. So now imagine all the hard work you put into creating something, and then at the end of the day, you take it off all by yourself. I mean, it's just horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, so it's horrible, but I knew I had to fix it. So here I'm just reading out the new fondants for the new rope and all the accessories. Here I had to constantly tell myself that at the end of the day, it's really me, my business, me, the brand. Customers have to get nothing less than luxury, exactly what they want. I was really exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, like I was really tired, but I knew that I had to. This was around I think 11 p.m. My eyes were heavy, and this rope gave me a hard time for some reasons, and that's why I didn't even record it to the end. By the way, I had to just allow my phone charge up a bit at this point while I just focused on creating the rope. Meanwhile, yeah, you have it. Yeah, you have the final product. Yeah, you have the final product. Yeah, you have the final product, guys. Please like, share, comment, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye, sugars.